Are the rumors true? Is Lance Stroll going to be bounced from the Aston Martin team, preferably for a driver like Nico Hulkenberg or someone else? It seems to be that there's a lot of talk going on right now. Now, I believe Lawrence Stroll, the owner of the team, and the father of Lance Stroll, is under a lot of pressure from the team. There's been a lot of investments into the team, and he really decided that he wanted to come and make a successful team. A lot of times, guys buy Formula One teams, they don't put in the right investments. This guy is a business guru. He understands how things operate. So he got a bunch of investors. He really invested a ton of resources and money from other venture capitalist groups to get Aston Martin is where it is today. Because for the last couple of seasons, they'd have brief moments of brilliance with a second place here for Vettel or a podium a couple seasons ago for Lance Stroll. But really, this is the first consistent season where they've had podium after podium after podium. However, of late, it's been going backwards. It's starting to look like the Alpine team is what the Aston Martin is now. That could be because of two reasons. Obviously, the other teams are developing at a faster rate, and they have new upgrades coming in. However, the second driver on the team, you have Fernando Alonso with 149 points, and you have Lance Stroll with over 100 points less than that. That is the biggest actual point gap between teammates on the circuit right now. Now, Lance Stroll is a paid driver, obviously. He has moments where he looks really good and then other huge gaps of time where he can't perform. He is probably going to be tried to be pushed out the door by the team, considering how much they've invested with Lawrence Stroll, and he might have to be replaced by Nico Hulkenberg. This is a guy who's a journeyman driver from years past. He's always gotten to teams, gotten them more points than they ever deserved with the machinery given to him, and that's what he's consistently been. However, not just Nico Hulkenberg could replace him. There could be a myriad of examples. Maybe Lance Stroll buys his time, he gets to finish the season out, and then signs a one-year contract, and Lawrence Stroll promises after that he will be replaced. In that case, he could be replaced by Carlos Sainz or a departing Sergio Perez or a couple of guys who want to not go to the way backfield of the team, where the Williams and other teams really seem to be developmental teams right now. They're not into this journeyman driver thing, but Aston Martin is going to want to replace Lance Stroll with a very positive, strong driver who may not be as good as Fernando Alonso, but can get a certain amount of points so it doesn't look so embarrassing. On top of that, iron sharpens iron. You always want somebody next to a number one driver who's going to push them. You saw this in the years with Rosberg and Hamilton, in the past with Senna and Prost. When you have somebody next to you who challenges you, it makes you up your game. When you are Sebastian Vettel of Ferrari with a Kimi Räikkönen who all he wants to do is drink and party and doesn't care about anything, because he's won his championship, you're not going to have someone who motivates and inspires you to get the job done. Now, if Lance Stroll is gotten rid of by the end of this season, it will most likely be replaced by a Nico Hulkenberg, possibly a Mick Schumacher, because Mick Schumacher had a lot of potential but was really never given the chance to show that. The other contracts for the drivers who'd be interested in it aren't quite up yet. You've got Albon, who's very invested into his team. And the other drivers wouldn't be looked at as favorable. You're not going to get a Daniel Ricciardo in there. You're not going to get even a Yuki Tsunoda come over. You're going to want somebody in that team that has potential for podiums to be a good driver. And other than Hulkenberg and maybe Mick Schumacher, that's the only people I could reasonably see them being replaced with, unless they go the route of a total rookie with Felipe Drugovich, who was their 2022 F2 championship. He is a reserve driver for the team. F2 guys are usually hit or miss. You either come in and prove yourself, or you have, a time like Nick DeVries. I know he's a little bit separated from F2, but this is the type of driver that comes in and either shows up with results because he has all the pedigree behind him, or he's unable to get the job done. So that will be a big decision to be made as well. So we'll have to see. If you like it and you have any other conspiracy theories about what you think will happen with Lance Stroll and possibly with the Aston Martin team, please let me know, because Daddy is still the owner and we never know what really will go down behind closed doors. And if Lance Stroll is out of the team, is he put into a situation where Daddy parlays that into replacing him into another team so he can still be on the F1 grid? That'll be interesting to see. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.